Introducing Maddy as if she needs any kind of introduction. Maddy is a TikTok sensation with tens of thousands of followers on the platform and is delivering this brilliant session called TikTok for the Win. Over to you, Maddy.
Welcome to TikTok for the Win. I'm Maddy Alexander Grout, founder of Mad About Money and neuro-inclusive money and business coach. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me before we start. I'm a neuro-inclusive money and business coach. What does neuro-inclusive mean? I hear you ask. It is all about everything that I do being suitable for neurodivergent and neurotypical minds. We've all got different brains, so making sure that we are inclusive and teaching people in a way that helps to kind of utilize their skills and bring out the best in them. I'm an influencer. I used to hate that. I used to absolutely hate the term, but now I really embrace it because everybody should be influential in their own specific niche. We should all be the go-to expert. And that's what I teach people how to do because I've grown my brand really successfully over the years as a money specialist. And now I am kind of a turned business visibility strategist. So I work with neurodivergent entrepreneurs mainly to help them to get more visible in their business. My background is in corporate social media. I worked for some large corporates before I became self-employed. And I'm a multi-potentialite. So if you've not heard that word before, it basically means that I do all of the things and I am perfectly happy with that. I don't want to niche down. Everything that I do is under one big umbrella of helping to support people with their visibility, their money, their strategy, and their neurodivergent conditions. So I'm going to be talking to you a bit about TikTok today, and why should you be on TikTok? So TikTok is my favorite platform by far. It has 1.9 billion active users and it is growing every day. That means that there is a lot of pie for you guys to have a slice of. SEO is a massive factor with TikTok. So if you've not heard of SEO before, search engine optimization, it is all about the keywords that somebody uses to search for your business. And it's about how people find you. So, for example, TikTok with its SEO, it's actually the second largest platform for SEO compared to Google. So if somebody is Googling your name, they're Googling your business, they're Googling your niche. You want to be the person that's showing up in their Google feed. Your clients are there. So whatever you do, whatever your niche is, your clients will be there. And if they're not, it just means that you've got a bigger chance of actually getting some of the market share. So go and have a look on TikTok, go and search for some of your clients, go and have a look at some of your competitors because you can beat the competition by being on TikTok as well. There are so many more opportunities to go viral on TikTok. For example, I post exactly the same videos on TikTok and Instagram. They are very, very, very different beasts. Something that will get maybe 300 views on TikTok, on Instagram will potentially get like 3 million views on TikTok. So it's just about finding ways that you can befriend the algorithm. And I'm going to talk to you guys a bit more about that in a minute. You can get PR opportunities. I get PR most weeks. I am directly linked now with loads of journalists who have got in contact with me because they like the stuff that I talk about. It's all about finding things that relate to you, relate to your niche, that are maybe kind of things that are in the media that you can talk about, which spark conversation. And journalists are actively hanging out on the platform now to try and find stories. So if you can get your stories out there by talking about your personal experiences and what you've been through, then it's a really good way to actually get the press to pick up your stories. You can find collaborations on the platform. You can collaborate with influencers. You can collaborate with other business owners. You can collaborate with people in the industry. For example, somebody who I know from the Creator Day has recently asked me to be on their podcast, and it's all about people supporting people. You can sell products and make money from your content in so many different ways. There's the front end and the back end. So what I mean by the front end is the stuff that you promote on your TikTok, like whether you've got a link in your bio or a stand store or whatever way that you sell to your clients. As soon as you reach 1,000 followers, you can get that link in your bio, and that will really help you to start selling. Then the back end is things like monetizing from TikTok Shop, monetizing your content, getting paid opportunities for things like influencer collaborations when you get to that level. Nobody is telling you have to be an influencer, by the way. We just want you to be influential in your niche, because that's the thing that's going to make you the go-to expert. So if you're just getting started on the platform, you need to choose an account type. You need to choose personal or business. If you're a creator or you have a service-based business, I would always recommend going for personal. It does mean that you won't get your link in your bio till you hit 1,000 followers, but it is a really, really much better way of actually getting people to know and see your business. If you choose business, TikTok will kind of prioritize the fact that it thinks that you might want adverts, and that you might be willing to pay for adverts. So your content won't go as organically viral. But if you do want to pay for adverts, then business is the only way that you can do that. If you have a shop, a TikTok shop, and you want to sell your own products, you should be a business. If you want to sell other people's products as an affiliate, you can still be personal. Phone number and email, just pop those in, same as any other platform. TikTok doesn't farm data any more than anybody else. It's just the concerns that because it's the Chinese, but we'll glaze over that for now. Choose a username and a nickname. I would always recommend having your business name in that spot. If you can, if it's available, your business name should be unique to you. And if it's not, just maybe think about changing it. Have something that is unique, and have something that will grow with you. So I always had Mad About Money Official, mainly because people tried to clone my account all the time. It just makes it a little bit easier. I'm also verified, so it is actually an official account. Add your profile picture. Your profile picture should be the same profile picture across every single platform. Now, the reason why is because if somebody is following you on one platform and they happen to just see you on their For You page, they're much more likely to actually engage with your content if they know who you are. So keep your profile picture the same across all of your platforms. It helps you to build that personal brand. It helps you to build that authority. Add your headline, so your bio. We're going to get onto that in the next slide. So my headline is Neurodivergent Money, TikTok and Business Coach. Technically, I'm not a coach, really. I'm more of a mentor, but people understand the word coach. They know what coaches do. People don't really get what mentors do. So I kind of call myself a coach, even though I'm way too bossy. I tell people what to do. I give them strategies. I help them to grow their business, and I don't make them think too much about it. There is some thinking involved. I also have Mad About Money app, which is the app that I run with my co-founder Vix. And annoyingly, I have a line which is dedicated to my agent, but you guys will have more space. You've got 80 characters, they are searchable, so make sure that you're using keywords that people might think of when they are searching for your business. Put in there what you're selling, what you're doing, who you're talking to. People know that I work with neurodivergence. It says so in my title. People know that I work with money and I do TikTok and I'm a business coach / mentor. And if you can have a link in your bio, put it. You will get a link in your bio automatically as a business, but you do have to get to 1,000 followers if you are a personal account. Before you get started on TikTok, even if you're already started and you've already got a bit of a following, I want you to do these things. Scope out your competition. Go and have a look at the types of content that they're creating. Go and have a look at the hooks that they're using. Go and have a look at the sort of thing that is working for them so that you can kind of not copy them, because we don't want anybody to copy, but you can kind of look and see and learn about the sort of things that are going viral in your niche. Write down your content pillars. We're going to go through that in a second, what content pillars are. But it's very important that you have a good idea of what you're going to be talking about before you get started. Find a unique hashtag, something that relates to you, so that if anybody is searching for your content and they just want to find you, they can find you. So for example, I've got hashtag Mad About Money. Make a plan. Sit down and write down all of the things that relate to you. Now this is going to help you for all platforms, not just TikTok. It will help you to come up with years worth of content. Write down things like where you started in your business, why you started your business, what your values are, what your morals are, what you sell, what your products and services are, what your interests and hobbies are, just anything to do with you. Put a little cloud, put your name in it, put some spider legs off of it, and think about you. And then you will come up with different things and you will write down different content ideas underneath all of these headings, and it will help you to have a content plan to move forward with. Have a play around with the app. You're not going to break it. It's fairly indestructible. And your drafts folder will be your best friend. So just have a little fiddle around with it. Try and get to know like how you record in the app, how you kind of process things, how to use hashtags, how to actually launch a video. All of these things you can learn about in my membership, by the way, though. Train the algorithm. The algorithm is not a big horrible scary robot thing. The algorithm is people. So if you think of the algorithm as little pockets of people. So on TikTok,
Hey, have you remembered to like the video and leave a comment? The speakers definitely enjoy that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
of people. So on TikTok, there is a talk for everything. So you can have like money talk, you can have well-being talk, you can have Facebook talk, you can have whatever. Like whatever your business is, there will be a talk for it. And a talk is basically a pocket of people. So by training the algorithm by looking on, searching for things that relate back to your niche, posting things that relate back to your niche, you will start to educate the algorithm about the sort of things that you see and the things that you want to see. When you first start on TikTok, all you will see is people dancing, teenagers doing crappy voiceovers, and singing cats, pretty much, because that's the thing that generically everybody likes. But you need to train it to actually show you the stuff that you want. So if you've started and you've thought, oh, this is crap, I don't want to do it, just persevere because it needs a bit of time to get to know you. Practice. I'm never going to say that practice makes perfect, but when I started on the platform like a year and a half ago, I didn't have any confidence. And I used to basically like practice in the mirror, or I would practice recording a video on my phone. And then I had like a massive library of things that I never posted, but you have to practice to get that confidence. There are different types of content on TikTok, and I know people who have gone mega viral without ever posting a video or showing their face. So if you're scared of showing your face, you don't have to do it. You can use text. Text is a bit boring, but photos. TikTok is actually prioritizing the slider type photos, like the ones that you get on Instagram, but make sure that they tell a story. So start with one photo, have like the beginning of a story, put some text on the screen, and just tell a story. And that will, help to get your profile a little bit more visible at the beginning. You've got 3 different lengths of videos. You've got 15 seconds, 1 minute, and 10 minutes. TikTok usually prioritizes 1 minute video plus, especially for those people who are kind of working towards the monetization. You want to get your audience used to using 1 minute videos. But in the early days, when you don't have any followers and you've got nothing to lose, 15-second videos will get more views. Because especially if you can try and create them in a loop so that they go round and round and round and round, that will get you more views, which will help you to get onto the For You page, will help you to get more likes and more engagement. Views are not really what we're searching for here. We want to be searching for engagement. We want to be getting likes. We want to be getting comments. We want people to be engaging with our stuff, because the more engaged people are, the more likely it is that we're going to follow. Stories, again, I'm going to explain around stories, but you should be sticking to your content pillars for your photos and your videos. But stories, you can go a little bit rogue. You can talk about things which are a bit off piste, like, what you had for your dinner, or taking the cat to the vet, or taking the dog for a walk, or whatever. You need to show bits of you to add into your personal brand. But you want to make sure that people are following you and the algorithm is picking up on you because of what you're talking about. So content pillars. I'm the only person that I've ever met that explains content pillars like this, but this is an image which you will never, ever get out of your head, and I'm hoping that it will stick. So imagine your personal brand like a table. Your table legs are your content pillars. And these content pillars need to be things that you talk about on a daily basis. So think about what they are, think about how you show up. So, for example, my content pillars are money, TikTok, neurodiversity, and my personal brand, business growth kind of stuff. Those are the only four things that I talk about, unless I'm talking about like going out with the kids or doing something, in which case I kind of bring it in my stories. The main topics, which are your table legs, you need to educate, entertain, or inform. If you don't do those things, people will fall off and they will not follow you. People need to be engaged. None of this like airy fairy namby pamby like stuff that you see like, oh, so I had a bad day today and la 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 la. You need to be like getting straight to the point. Educate, entertain, inform. Those are your main topics. So if you have four, those are your table legs. If you stop talking about one of those things, your table goes wonky. Okay. So you need to think about your table as a structure. If you're talking about your four things, your content, your personal brand is going to be growing at a good rate because people are going to start knowing the things that you show up for. The tablecloth is all the stuff that is you. Be the real you, show you, okay? Don't be afraid to give opinions, show personality, talk about things that are happening in your daily life. That is the thing that holds your table together. If your tablecloth falls off, then your vases are going to fall off. And the vases are your audience. You want to keep a stable table so that your audience doesn't fall off. And TikTok shop in between. So if you're doing TikTok shop and you want to sell other people's products, then weave it into your content. Don't be constantly selling. You want to be educating, entertaining, informing. Selling should be the last thing. Don't do it too often. You can have calls to action on your entertaining, your informing, and your educating videos, but just make sure that you're not constantly selling because it will switch off your audience. And make sure that anything that you are selling relates back to your business. For example, if you are somebody who really, really, really loves business, or you're a personal stylist or something like that, don't go and sell like a garden spade or something because it just doesn't fit in. Okay, so make sure it all relates back to you. Things to think about with your content. What do you want to be known for? These should be your content pillars. Okay, so I started with my personal brand as a money specialist. I got really well known as a money specialist. The journalists were coming for me. Everybody was like, yeah, Maddy's a money specialist. She wants to do that. But now I'm starting to get known for being a TikTok person and being somebody who teaches people TikTok, being somebody who teaches people about personal brand. I'm also very well known in the neurodiversity space because of the fact that I'm a neurodivergent myself. I have pretty much all of the conditions, bar Tourette's. So I talk about those and I weave them into my content. Stop thinking about the algorithm as a big robot. As I said before, remember it's people. People make TikTok. So think of your audience, think about the stuff that they want to hear and they want to see. What impact are you delivering? What is the purpose? What's the feeling? What's the point of your content? Don't just post a video for video's sake. Think about what you want to get out of it. And also, what do you want to leave your audience with? How do you want them to feel? Plan the topics. Do that plan that I mentioned before. Like, plan out your content in advance. At least then, if you have a day when you don't feel like showing up, you can just grab something, do a quick video on it, and post it out. Remember that TikTok is a dopamine centric platform. People are there for a short time and a good time, and that is it. They don't want 10-minute videos. They really don't. I mean, if you've got something really bloody interesting to talk about on a 10-minute video, do it, but it's not what people are there for. Cut the fluff. No, like, we want people to get straight to the point. Get to the point of what you're trying to tell people. Are you trying to educate them? Are you trying to entertain them? Are you trying to inform them? If it's not one of those three things, don't post about it. And also tell people what you want from them. What is the call to action? Do you want them to visit your link? Do you want them to comment? Do you want them to, are you asking them a question? Think about what you want to achieve from that content. When you're recording, you can record in the app or out of the app. I pretty much record every single thing that I'm doing in the app, then I save it, then I run it through CapCut to get some captions. Your content caption over here, have a look. Don't make it War and Peace. People are here, short time, good time. Remember that. So they don't want a massive essay to read in the captions. Try and think of keywords because of the fact that it is SEOable, if that's even a word. People will use your captions and the algorithm will use the captions to help to push your video out further. You've got 4,000 characters, don't use them. Not all of them. You don't need it to be War and Peace. Also, as well, just think about your. Can you see up here? It says access to work grant UK at the top of my video. There's this one says Costa Coffee. What you want to be doing to make sure that your SEO is working, and you want to be checking what is in that box after you post. Nothing will be there straight away, but go and check back after a couple of days. And if it still says find related content, you haven't worked hard enough on your SEO. You haven't been hitting those keynotes and those key little phrases. Same with hashtags. Hashtags will also help you with this find related content thing. Okay. The more specific you are with your hashtags, the better they will work. You will hear people saying, oh, you don't need hashtags. You don't need to use thousands of them. I see people trying to use like 20 plus hashtags. It's not Instagram. Don't do it. 3 about your video and 3 about your niche, and make sure that they connect together. Because if your video is not connected to your niche, it's not going to know which talk to push out your video to. So don't use any more than 6 hashtags. When you're searching for viral stuff, you can search for viral videos, viral users, viral sound, viral shop. That is a storm in my garden in case anybody can hear it. All the viral stuff. Just type in the word viral and then search for the thing that you're trying to search for. So if I was going to search for like viral money videos or viral neurodivergent videos, search for things in your niche so you know what sort of things are going viral. That's going to really help you. And use sounds that are up and coming. If you search for like viral sounds, that will help. The one thing that I will caveat here is that TikTok is not paying the artists as it should do. So songs are being removed left, right, and center. So if you are using a viral song like Harry Styles or Taylor Swift or any of those types of content people, just be aware that if that content goes, your video has no sound. It won't just take that song, it will take your voice as well. So just be really wary. I literally never use songs in my videos. I just use my original voice because TikTok will be prioritizing your original content. Hooks. You want to grab people and punch them in the face, not literally. Don't go and punch people in the face. But you've got 3 to 4 seconds to grab people. You need to ask them things, get them to comment, get them engaged. 5 top tips on how to do this thing. I had the worst day ever, and this is why. I just found out this really important piece of information. This is it. Just get people. I get so many people who like, they press play and then they're like, and they breathe or like they wait. Like those first 3 to 4 seconds are so important. So I can't stress enough how important it is that you do something quickly, you do it snappily, and it's something that is really, really engaging. If you're really not sure on what type of hooks you can use for your audience, go and download ChatGPT and put in what you do and ask, what viral hooks could I be using for TikTok for my niche? And it will help you. It will help you to plan those TikToks. Okay. The For You page. So the For You page is based on your interests and your interactions. So your For You page, when you first start, as I mentioned, will be singing cats, dancing teenagers, and people lip syncing and doing stupid battles and stuff like that. You want it to be based around things that you do and you want to see. So the way you train that algorithm is by finding friends, following people, and engaging with people. Find people who are popular content creators in your niche and engage with their audiences. Don't be a dick. So don't go and like say, oh, I can do this better than that person. God, I've had that done to me so many times. And I'm like, go away. But you just need to be engaging, like give them support. TikTok's actually a really collaborative place, collaboration over competition any day. So make sure that you are engaging with people. Take 40 seconds after every video that you post and go and engage on a few posts. Just search for things in your niche, go and engage. And I promise that is going to be the way that you start to grow your audience. You have got 3 different types of page as well, by the way. You've got your friends, you've got following, and you've got For You page. Ideally, you want your stuff to land on the For You page. So if you think about it like layers of an onion, you are the center, okay? Your content is the center of the onion. It then goes out to the next layer, which is your friends. If your friends like and they engage and they comment and they share or whatever, then it's going to go out to their friends who are very likely to have a similar audience to you. Okay. And once they like it, that's when it's like, yay, bam, it goes on the For You page, which is where videos start to go viral. So that is your main aim, to get through those layers. So you need to make sure that your content is resonating with the audience that follow you. So follow trains, don't do them, okay? Because you're going to get a load of random people who follow you who have no interest in what you're doing whatsoever. You need those people to be there for you. Captions. Okay, so TikTok is annoying. It's just taken away its captions. So I use CapCut. It's a really cheap, affordable platform. It helps with just generating auto captions, but that will also help with your SEO. It will help the people who watch on silent mode, the people who are watching with their kids or watching at work or doing any of the things that involve actually having to be silent. If you're on a bus or a train or whatever, you need those captions on there so that you get that longer watch time. Just a little SEO hack as well. If you use the AA button, type what your video is about and then move it off the screen. It still helps with the SEO, but people can't see it. Check your timings, monitor your reach and see what is working. You can analyze everything overall, so you can find out what times are best to post for your audience. You can check on your audience, like, are you hitting the right people? Are they the right age demographic, the right sex demographic? Where are they located? If you are running a business that has a location specific element to it, you want to be using location based hashtags so that you can get your audience up. But you can check all of this in analytics. You can monitor what is working and what's not working. You can see how long somebody watches for. So if people are dropping off in the first 1 second of your video, you know your hook is not good enough. So check those analytics and keep going back to them. Mindset is really, really, really important on TikTok because we're not there for a short game. It is a long game. It's a long platform. Okay. The good thing is you could post a video and it could go viral in like 10 years if TikTok's still around. We're fingers crossed on that. I think it will stay. But we are very much expecting that it takes a long time to grow. There are people who are like, yeah, sure. I went viral like today, and I've now got 1,000 followers, like 100,000 followers in like a week. Brilliant. Okay, lovely. Um, Realistically, it doesn't happen for everybody. It is a hard and long game. It took me about 3.5 months to get to 1,000 followers. It took me a year to get to 10,000. And it's taken me a year and a half now to get to 60,000. But because I've worked out what I'm doing with it, I can now help people. Have an open mind. Don't go in there with huge expectations, but do go in there with an idea of what you want to get from it because it really helps. Stay positive. If you want daily tricks and tips on how to, get your content better, how to improve, make sure you check out my Invisible to Influential membership because it's all about the mindset. It's all about giving you the tips and tricks to help you to grow in an amazing community of people who will grow with you. Keep learning. So keep seeing what people are doing, see what other people are doing that works. But also keep learning and talking about your subject matter because that's the thing that's going to make you the expert. Be consistent. Now, some people will say to you, you need to be posting 5 times a day. But that's never going to work for people who are busy. Especially if you're neurodivergent, posting 3 to 5 times a day is not always going to be really achievable for you. So don't start out with 5 videos a day if you know that it's not sustainable. Start with something that you think you can cope with, like 3 times a week or 1 video a day, and just be consistent in whatever consistent means to you. Of course, you are going to grow faster the more you post because the algorithm will get to know you faster. It will be able to give you more tailored analytics. And just on that note, analytics won't work until the algorithm really starts to get to know you. So that's the thing. You need to be talking about your niche and finding your people. Just keep trying. Keep trying. It's not always going to work. If something doesn't work, don't delete it and repost it. Just keep going. And I want you to be the best. So this is my best practice. Be consistent. Engage with popular accounts. So not just your Stacey Solomons and your Stephen Bartlett's and go and find people who are at like 10 to 50,000 in your niche because they're going to be the people who are up and coming and then you can grow with them. And the more relationship building you do when they're smaller, the more likely it is they're going to work with you when they're bigger. Stick to your niche, talk about your content pillars. Don't go outside of that unless it's on your stories, because that's the thing that's going to build that know, like, and trust. It's going to get people to know who you are and you can be the expert and the go-to person in your niche. Test, time, and TikTok analytics. Super important. Okay, the three T's. Just make sure that you are doing these things. Give everything time. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, and do what works for you. And if you want to work with me, there are several ways that you can do it. I do one-to-one coaching, direct or through Access to Work. So you can pay for me to be your neurodivergent support person, and I help you to grow your business. Simple as that. Mad About Money app, which is completely free. It is not just about money, it's about all elements that lead back to money, including business, including social media, all sorts of stuff. So come and hang out. It is aimed at neurodivergence, but anybody is welcome. And my new membership, again, it's neuro inclusive. Doesn't matter if you're neurodivergent or not, but we make everything specific for a neurodivergent brain because we want people to be supported. So if you are a neurodivergent ally, you want to know more about how being a neurodivergent business owner works, or if you are trying to sell to neurodivergent business owners, it could be something for you to look at. These are all of my links and how you get in contact with me. Mad About Money Official is my TikTok. You guys are watching this video because of TikTok, so this should be the reason why you want to get in touch. But I am also Maddy Talks Money on Instagram, LinkedIn, I'm there. If you think that this video today has been useful in any way, if you could go and leave me a LinkedIn recommendation, I would be super, super grateful because that's what helps me to have social proof and helps me to grow my business. And if you're not doing that for your business, you need to be doing it as well. So yeah, I'm Maddy Alexander Grout. Lovely to see you guys today. Thank you so much for watching.
And that's it. The session is done. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course comment on the video. It really is appreciated to see all the engagement that we get alongside these videos. And of course, if you want to continue to watch these videos after the 48 hours of Creator Day, you can sign up for the Creator Meetup. The link is in the description as well as the coupon code, and you can go and grab all of the replays and join us for our monthly networking and the other various activities that happen inside of the Creator Meetup. Thank you so much for the speakers, and we'll see you in the next session.